Is it a need or is it a want? Is it a need or is it a want? Watch this.
Something strange happens to people this time of year. They look for reasons to buy a new Toyota. We call it the Toyotathon phenomenon. The celebration is on. Get 1,000 cash back on 08 Corollas or financing from 2.9% APR. Or lease Corolla for just $149 a month for 36 months with $24.99 due at signing. There's never been a better time to get the new Toyota you've always wanted or needed. Hurry in. The Toyotathon phenomenon is going on now.
Now, maybe nobody buying no Toyota right now, but just look at the message behind that. There was a whole series of these commercials where they were destroying vehicles that look almost brand new. Is it a need or is it a want? And I'm not even going to talk about people who lease cars. I'm not even going to go there. Although I did say I was going to be candid, right? Because I just think you're a fool if you lease a car. Because at the end of 3 years, what do you have? Do you have a car? And then you got to do what? Get another car. And the 3 years that you leased that car, you could have paid for a new car. That's just me. Economic power is going from this. You all see that? To this. Y'all see that? That's the emaciated pig. That's what I see when I sit down in front of people. That's what I see. Time said, and I'm wrapping it up, Time said that the recession, why it had a cover story about the end of excess, why the crisis is good for America. And I do believe this. I think it helped us push the reset button. The question is, will we remember all the lessons? Cash is king. Credit is bondage. Will we remember that? And so I have a new book out called The Power to Prosper. And it's based on a 21-day financial fast. Now, traditionally, fasts about, curtailing what you're eating. This last one, that's my weakness right there, Utz potato chips. Lord, when the storm hit, everybody was buying milk and eggs and juice. My cart was filled with Utz potato chips. But the financial fast is, now tell me if you could do this. For 21 days, you can't buy anything that is not a necessity. And you can't use your credit or debit card for 21 days. Who could do that? So y'all say. Let's see. So this is what you can do. You can buy groceries and gas and medication and essential personal items, things that might be required for your work. And somebody asked me, can you pay your rent? Now, seriously, that's just a fool. Come on. Of course you can. You keep all your subscriptions in place. And I'm just saying, don't go shopping. Stop consuming unnecessarily. That's what you stop. This is what you can't do. You can't go to the mall. Can't even drive by. Don't find another way to get there. Can't shop online. Can't get your hair did.
We may have to talk about that.
Right, yeah, see? Right, yeah, right. All the women, when I get to that one point, they were like, yeah, I was with you till you said the hair. Yeah, man, that is just, no. You can't buy any gifts. So if you're going to a wedding or a birthday party or something, you can't buy a gift. So people go, why? That's rude. How can you show up at an event without a gift? But if we have these events to celebrate whatever's going on, why we got to bring something? Why is it rude? Because that's what people expect. We can't show up with stuff without a gift. I mean, I go to weddings, and I'm telling you, as they walking down the aisle, I'm thinking 3 months. 3 months. I want my toaster oven back, because I'm just being honest, right? You go to weddings where people been living together for 10 years. Their kids walking down the aisle in front of them. What they need from me? Why I gotta buy you something? You already been living like you've been married. Why I gotta buy you something? You better be grateful I'm just here. Thank the Lord, you're married now. Birthday parties. What do our kids really need? Most of us in this room are middle income. What do they really need? Nothing. Nothing. I'd rather put that money for my kid and my kid's college fund. You put your money for the present you would buy my kid and their college fund. Now, I'm not saying don't ever buy any gifts, but just 3 weeks, 21 days. Let's see what we can do. And you can't use a debit card. And so every day in the book, I tackle different issues. The sense of entitlement, contentment. I love this. The devil is in the debt. The curse of credit, broken bonds, relationships, and the whole point of the fast is not about stuff. It's about prosperity with a purpose, to give back, to change the financial legacy of your family. That's what this is about. Just 21 days, 3 weeks. I found that people, when they do this fast, now listen, this isn't just people whose finances are jacked up. If you are a good steward over your money, people who have done the fast have found that they actually have more money in their budget. One woman who was a good steward over her money, and her husband had passed away and she was eating out a little bit more. Now, she could afford to eat out. This wasn't her budget at all. But she realized she was spending about $100 extra a month eating out. And she did the fast. She realized that one of the reasons she was eating out is because obviously she missed her husband and she didn't like eating at home alone. But she thought, you know what? I need to deal with that issue. She took that extra $100 and she now sends it to her granddaughter who's in college. So every month her granddaughter gets a check for $100. So that's what she found out by doing the fast, even though she was a good steward over her money. I found people who are not good stewards over their money, on average, save between $200 and $300 a month. Because people will tell you they don't have any room in their budget, but you have room in your budget. Most people do. So this is it. I'm wrapping it up. When I say don't act rich, I say don't act rich like Stanley. And you all will remember this, and then if there are any questions, I'll take questions. But just ask yourself, are you a Stanley? Do you know a Stanley? And if you are a good steward, are you passing on your good financial skills to somebody in your family? Because I find, particularly with seniors who have been, you know, their parents went through the Great Depression or they went through some hard times, they're good with their money, but they're not passing it on to their adult children. I cannot tell you how many seniors I find who are using their retirement money to help their trifling adult children because they didn't teach them. I had one grandparent say, I want to spoil my grandchild. It's my job to spoil my grandchild. It is not your job to spoil your grandchild. It is your job to raise a good steward. It is not a good thing to give children everything that they want. So just ask yourself, are you Stanley?
I'm Stanley Johnson. I've got a great family. I've got a 4-bedroom house in a great community. Like my car? It's new. I even belong to the local golf club. How do I do it? I'm in debt up to my eyeballs. I can barely pay my finance charges. Somebody help me.
Are you living in the black? This is the road, the exit that I take. It's not about stuff. It's not about prosperity so you can live rich and act big. It's about changing the financial legacy for your own family and for our community. If we all did our part, then we wouldn't have to rely so much on the government. And that's all I'm talking about. So just economic power. If you're a good steward, pass it on. And if you're not, maybe this presentation spoke to you to do better with your money. Thank you so very much.